Hello, Dan Stein here. Let's take a look at how we can control wrapping at inserts. What I mean by that is we will start by adding a door to two different wall types. And by default, the materials in the walls do not wrap. If we select the wall itself, not the door, we can control wrapping at inserts, and that's also tied, as we'll see in a moment, to what's checked here as wraps. So if I wanted the exterior to wrap, the only way we can get it to wrap is by going to the center of the wall. And you can see in this particular example, it actually cuts into the concrete block a little bit. So not very bad in this case, but as this wall gets thicker, maybe it's 12-inch concrete block instead of 8, this clearly isn't going to work, just being hardwired to go to the center. And if we didn't want the airspace to return, we can at least control that. So we go into Edit Structure and maybe turn off everything except for the brick. So only the brick is going to wrap. And if we look at the smaller wall type, there's a scenario where if this was just a frameless opening, you could set this to both. This probably would work in that case. But let's look at how we can edit opening families, doors and windows, to have the opportunity to control the depth of this return. What I'm about to show you, you could do on both sides of the wall, but being able to control the depth allows you to make the material look correct. And this will show up in 3D, by the way, which it already does right now. So it is sort of a 3D thing that's happening. And then the last scenario is, in addition to getting it to return, if you think about like overhead garage door, for example, the brick might return the full depth of the wall. So with what I'm going to show you, you can actually do that. So we're going to select the door. This is a template, one of Revit's templates, so it's nothing fancy. This is the out-of-the-box Revit door family. We're going to edit it, go to a plan view, and we're going to draw a reference plane. So what I'm doing right here, you could do twice, one for each side of the wall. In this case, I'm just going to do it once just to show you how it works. So we're going to select this reference plane, and up to 2 reference planes in an opening can have this wall closure option checked. And I guess just to show that that's accurate, let's just draw 2 more really quick. I'll select this one and check that. And then select this one, and then I get a warning. No more than 2 closure planes are allowed. We're going to add a dimension from this reference plane to the face of the wall, and then we're going to parameterize it. You can call it whatever you want, so exterior material return. And we'll make it an instance parameter so it can be different for each door location. And then this could be zeroed out so that it's not returning at all initially in your family. For now, I'll just leave it set back a little bit and load this into the project. And right away, that material return, it's actually, the return is less than the thickness of that layer, so it's not returning at all. If I select this door, now here's my parameter that I just created, exterior material return. If I type something like 6, and it's actually 4-inch brick, so this will be more than the material layer. Now you can see it returns. I can go to 1'5", and whatever the wall thickness is, I don't know what this is, let's see, 1'7½". So there it is, it returns the full depth of the wall. And like I said, you could do this same reference plane on the other side of the wall, and this, for this example, it's sort of irrelevant, but in 3D again, you can see the brick returns the full depth, and one thing that's sort of interesting, these layers in the walls aren't technically really fully 3D. So when I cut a section directly through this return, it doesn't look any different than here. So really what we're seeing in these different views is a overlay to the overall wall thickness geometry. It's not really 3D elements within the wall. And that's why this section, this would be solid brick based on where I drew it in plan. So that's the only caveat you got to keep in mind. But anyways, that's a quick look at how you can control the material return at openings. This works in doors and windows. Thanks for watching.